Yar. 3 days I be walking in this godforsaken land. No food nor water. I miss me bar. What have we here? A lesser man may have jumped in, but I'm not ready for a bath in the boiling red just yet. Better make that 4 days now. It's like I be chasing the sun and losing. Well, now you won't be able to catch me, cause I'm up in the sky, and you don't catch what's up in the sky, cause it's too high. It's in the sky. Unless it's a butterfly, sometimes they come low enough, and you can catch them in your hands, or if you got a net, cause they come low, not in the sky. Hold me who can slap me backside. The sand has grown cold. In the name of Calypso, I've never seen anything like it. Snow and sand together. Whoever created this world didn't think too long about geography. Still, all this ice, and not a drop of rum to put it in. Yar.
Hey everybody, Big Papa Mass here back with another episode of Big Papa Mass Plays Minecraft, and today we are going to be taking it easy. Over the last couple of episodes we have been extremely busy. We travelled north and we conquered an ocean monument. I built myself a couple of galleons. We spent a full episode running around trying to find a village, just to try and find cats. And what a horror show that was. Honestly, that entire experience. Love me! Love me! Right. No, come on. No! Move! Right. Up here. That's it. Come on. Good kitty. Now, where are you going? What is wrong with you? Traumatized me. Meow. Then we went ahead and built the creeper farm. And yeah, between every project, it's required tons of resources, taken countless days, and it's all just becoming a little bit too tedious. So I think for this episode we're going to take a little bit of time for ourselves and slow it down. Oh, sorry there, that was my inner Barry White. So first thing you guys are going to notice is, yes, I died. I lost all my levels. I was fighting one of the forky men out in the water and I got a bit overconfident. I didn't really eat anything and yeah, it happens. Well, to be fair, they had to win eventually. It was just becoming a bit of a whitewash. But we're here because I thought I would start off today's episode with a little tour of the island and all the bits and pieces I've been getting up to off chem. So this part here is largely untouched, although we have added in some of the crimson fungus, just to give it a little bit more detail, a little bit more colour as well. Red being with the red being the sort of colour around the kind of island, especially with the flowers, the foliage. You've got the kind of big rose bushes over there, and yeah, I think it just accompanies it really well. As you can see, I did it. I built my ancient debris palm tree. I had a couple of hours to kill one night, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to go to the nether, I'm going to get my ancient debris palm tree, and I did it. We've also got some spare as well, so I mean, if anything goes wrong, then we're pretty much covered. But going back to the kind of new nether foliage, we've added some of the roots in here, the crimson and the... I always forget your name. Warped. Yeah, warped. The warp fungus and the warped roots, along with the crimson roots. And yeah, just to kind of add little bits of colour, little splashes of colour. I'm not too sure about the kind of warp vines. I'm to be honest, I might bring all the kind of vines and the height of this down really, with the bamboo as well. I might bring that down just a tad. But it was mostly me just kind of playing around and just trying to get a little bit of colour. Over here you can see that we have decorated our... Finish with my sword because I want your forky! Yes! But yeah, sorry, as I was saying before I get so rudely interrupted there, we've terraformed the sister island, and I'm quite happy with it. It's nothing too special, but I like it. I like how it kind of came out. It's not finished yet. Obviously, there's still some bushes, some plants, some flowers, some colour that I want to add. But yeah, I'm quite happy with the way it worked out, kind of like mini Pride Rock really. Some sandstone slabs here just to give some variation in height with the sand itself. In here though, I kept the lava field that I was going to get rid of, but I figured what's the point, I might as well keep it because this is a good source of fuel for the oil smelter. So yeah, I built a giant rock around it and we stuck in a couple of palm trees. And on the back end of the island closest to the beach, I thought we'd hide a little treasure chest. There's nothing inside it, I've already checked. But peeking over the edge there, you can see some sea pickle action, some prismarine, and you might be thinking, what's up with that? Well, thanks to Conjure for the early spoil there, but yeah, I had kind of taken some of the prismarine, put it around a little cove, dug a huge hole really actually, to be honest, going right through here because I didn't really know what to do whilst I was terraforming. Still got little bits and pieces to do here and there, but yeah, I love this place. Oh, and it's perfect, we've got our own wee drowned as well. Hey friend, let's go and say hi. Hi! Yeah, as the power of the conduit has wore off, we can get a better look at the atmosphere that I've got inside this hole, and yeah, still needs some work again, still needs some polishing, still needs some details. The thing about my builds in Minecraft is I'm never truly satisfied with them. Always go back and add little bits and pieces here and there. But I thought this was a good addition to the terraform, and as you can see here, we've still got a little bit of surface area to work on here. What the... Whoa, I see, that was a trident. That was a trident. Where are you? Where are you? Oh, you snuck up on me. Ooh, I don't like that. Oh, I see a fork, eh? And I see 2 pieces of gold. What are you going to give me? Rotten flesh. We're on a roll for collecting these today, aren't we? But yeah, as I was saying, I'm quite happy with the way the island is starting to come together with the terraforming. Again, there's still some patches that we need to focus on, but we'll get there. But yeah, as you can see, I've also been going around with the bone meal and giving this place a good touch of colour, really just kind of trying to bring some life to it. Another trident, really? It's my lucky day today. Oh, maybe not so much. First hit's just to weaken him. He comes in with the swooping action. Oh, playing about too much, playing about too much.
As Admiral for the High Seas Court, I hereby sentence you to 50 days in the brig for dolphin slaughter.
But how about that?
Yar! There goes me best customer. I've been saving his drinking gold for new hat too. It had a feather in it. Bloody dolphin.
But anyway, as the moon rises over our skull face, I figured this would be a good time to show you guys what lies within the mouth. Now, I've never really covered this part. I always kind of just skim over it. I kind of just purposely ignore it because, yeah, it's something that I'm kind of toying with the idea. I've not had a lot of time to focus on it. Hello, cave noises. But yeah, as you can see here, this is going to be our little pirate cove. So the galleons or whatever ship they're on will park up outside, the rowboats get launched. Yeah, that's the right word for it. The rowboats get launched. The rowboats will come along here through the mouth of the skull, come either load up or drop off whatever loot it is they're taking, whatever supplies are taken. And yeah, this is just like a sort of mini little dock really before they head back on out onto the ships and off in their merry adventure. The coral block down there, don't worry about it, that was me just sea pickle farming. And this sort of hole in the wall tunnel that I've got here is just so that we can get back down to our underground storage room. Yeah, that's where all the magic happens. I just realised I better eat. But yeah, as you guys can see, the cove is made up of little platforms, little bridges, all built on top of the natural foundation that is like the island itself. Heading up here into a little scaffolding sort of structure where you just kind of make your way up here. I don't know how we get loot up here. That's that, you know, we'll maybe put like a sort of crane in here, like a winch system, that might pick some bits and pieces up. Do you know what? Actually, I really like that idea. But yeah, you'd make your way up here. This is a sort of rickety bridge that's just been sort of like stuck to the side of the face there. But yeah, it brings us up into this platform here, which if we have a look outside this window, besides the spectacular view of the galleons, this is also one of the skull eyes. I've repurposed it, made it look like an old kind of piratey window. I'm taking a quick pop outside, it looks epic. It really does, it looks epic. I mean, even that zombie, he's jumping for joy as well because it looks that good. But back inside of the eye, if we had taken a left and head on out towards the crow's nest on the slope, we get this amazing, just missed sunset, damn it. But yeah, a nice view over the slope down there. You can see the ship right there is the main docks, over there is the sister island, and here is the tavern. And I love this place. But if we had went right at the eye instead of going left, we would come across this pretty well put together rickety bridge, if I do say so myself. And yeah, I just love the way it's been kind of like built at like odd angles. So we've got like the 3 blocks going this way, but then we've skipped a block, it went in and extended out that way, so on and so forth, rinse and repeat as we go up. And it gives it the motion of movement, it gives it the sort of sway, it gives it the sort of pull and push of each side of it. The fence post will be replaced with chains, and I'll put like a little bit of a sort of timber support underneath like we've kind of done there, just to give the bridge some stability. But if you stick your head out here, the first thing you're going to see is an amazing landmass in front of us. Over to the left we've got our galleons, but it's this landmass in particular that we're going to be doing something with fairly soon. Back on the lower level though, as we head towards the docks, if we had taken our left here, or a right now, we would actually come out at our little market district. And again, I kind of teased this throughout some of the episodes, but I've never really went in and explained it in detail. Now there is still things that I would like to finish in the island, there's still a lot that I need to fix in the island. Kind of touched on the warp vines and the bamboo, but I would also like to have another go at the bowsprit for the tavern hull ship thingy-my-bobby-boo. Because let's be real here, it doesn't look that good. It was a first attempt, but I think it's safe to say I've had more practice since then. A lot more practice. So the bowsprit will be getting a revamp. I quite like the shape of the hull. I might redo the chimney, or I might even just turn that into a sort of beacon or a sort of lighthouse at some point. I'm really happy with the shipwright shop. There is still some bits and pieces, some extra kind of details that I want to add here, some extra chests, some barrels, bits and pieces along those lines. I still want to do a little bit more when it comes to the dock here. And then of course we've got this thing, which is sort of my first draft of a sort of outpost or a stand or a stall or a shop or whatever you want to call it, attached to the side of the dock. I just think it looks too thick. It looks too chunky. You know what I mean? It looks like it's holding up the dock, whereas I kind of want the dock to look as if it's holding the shop up. But yeah, that sort of thickness I would expect over there at the shipwright. So this one will be getting a revamp, and yeah, we might even try and squeeze that in at the end of the episode. Now what I really wanted to work on today was planning out our next big project, and that is going back over to the savannah biome, go to the location of our next project, start planning some bits and pieces out, and fill you guys in on what I had in mind.
First mate Shelly, raise the anchor, lower the sails, plot a course, because we're heading to Tortuga. But this isn't exactly what I had in mind, yar.
So first things first, when we talk about Tortuga, you automatically think of the Pirates of the Caribbean, or the Caribbean island that's shaped like a turtle. Well, we're kind of taking little adaptations of both, not necessarily the shape of a turtle, but it's going to be called Tortuga, and it's going to be villainous, dangerous, boisterous, drunken, just a proper pirate haven. Okay, so first thing to mention here is that yes, this island is far bigger than Skull Island or Reaper's Retreat, and it's probably like twice the size, 3 times the size even, but it's going to be a big project is what I'm getting at. This is going to be our pirate haven, this is going to be the capital for all your sea doggy adventure, and yeah, I'm really kind of hyped for this. So we're going to break this build up into a couple of sections. First section is going to be the docks. Second section is going to be our kind of market stalls, our kind of main trading sort of route. We'll probably have a lot of the taverns there, we'll have a lot of the inns. And then the third section, which is going to require a huge terraforming project, is where I'm going to have the sort of financial sort of sector, more of the kind of upper class. And then of course the final part would have to be the connecting road, because it doesn't just end here. This build is going to carry on. We're going to go into the greater distance, and yeah, really kind of open up the world around us, start to put little kind of points of interest all around the place, and then connect all up through one big road. But either way, we'll figure it out, and yeah, I think it's going to look amazing. But a couple of notes to mention first, particularly on the first point that we're going to be starting at, and that is the docks and the need for the terraforming. Because having a look at the island now, and having a look at the docks in particular, it's got a nice little body of water, it's relatively deep, however access into it isn't really there. It's a very small opening. We need to make that significantly bigger, because of course we're going to have a lot of ships coming in. I'm planning on installing maybe a crane here to help them load and unload some items, some goodies, some booty. And of course, we can't just really have one ship in at a time because there's going to be several ships parked over here. Again, this is the sort of capital. So yeah, I'm thinking of really opening up this body of water, opening up the dock, and then we're going to have a huge wooden structure going all the way around it. It's going to be a kind of high-rise sort of dock. And yeah, maybe throw in a couple of ships here or there that are parked up, and maybe have some cargo on the crane as it's lifting. But let's see where we end up with that one. Before we do any of that, we're probably best cleaning up this area first. Time to get my swing on! Okay, so it has been some time, and as you can see, we've done some gardening. We mowed the lawn. Well, the front lawn, the back still needs a little bit of work. All the trees are gone. I've got a little bit of a bubbly effect going on because we brought the beacon over. You don't see it very well in the light, but I have spammed this place full of torches. And then of course, there's this part. Yeah, I'm really excited about this project. I couldn't wait to start it. I just wanted to show you guys what it was I had in mind. So I've started making out some kind of rough shapes. This isn't permanent. This isn't the finished article. This is me just kind of getting a rough idea of where things are going to go. And yeah, I cannot wait to show you guys. So having a closer look, the first thing you're going to notice is I've done a huge amount of digging. Our shovels are in a sorry state, and oh hey! And yeah, it is in need of some serious repair. I've also brought over the conduit, as you can see over my shoulder there. And of course that has helped me clear out all of this land here, and we're still not finished yet because like I said earlier, we want to bring all of this part down so that it blends in perfectly with that there. Might leave a few ledges, you know, just a little bit, have some sand trapped, but we also kind of found this, and it's not the only one, but we'll cover them later. But yeah, these little cave systems where as you go in here, it doesn't really lead to anything. That doesn't mean it doesn't have to. That's just some food for thought, but yeah, we'll come back on that later. So I've built up this huge sort of retaining wall in a sense that's going all the way around the dock. These stone walls here are just kind of temporary. They're more really just to kind of stop me falling off the edge. That wasn't the best example, but yeah, just kind of things like that when I want to get a decent view without anything punching me from the back, because it's not so much the fall, I'm falling into water. It's the pain because there's no direct way up. That's at least a good, 2.5 blocks off. Yeah, you need to swim around the edges and that just takes up too much time. So I've started shaping out where we're going to have our sort of walkway. It's not all going to be a mixture of stone and dirt or path blocks even. I'm going to make it more along the lines of stone, just because this is going to be like a more established kind of area, and yeah, we would have some proper like infrastructure in place. Instead of it being like an unstable dirt path, you would have like proper stone pathways going up and down here. Again, the dock would be a lot bigger, it'd be stronger, it wouldn't be as rickety. There will be some kind of rough patches, but this is going to hold like lots of barrels for storage. We'll maybe even have some sort of like small trading tents. The dock here does need to go a little bit further out just to get more of a shape, but that's going to require a lot more of the spruce wood, and yeah, we're still to collect that. I'm planning on continuing this all the way around to the tip there, where it might kind of either sort of like fade off or round itself, you know, kind of, I'm not too sure, we'll come to that once we're building it. But my plan here is to terraform the land underneath, just to kind of give it a sort of ledge. We'll have some big support beams going down to hold us up. Do you have a trident? No, he would have thrown it at me by now. It's getting dark though. And yeah, at the end here we would have like a sort of checkpoint station, so anyone sort of coming in to park up would obviously have to come here and either register a name, declare intentions for being here, possibly have to pay some bounties or some fines from the last time they were here. But yeah, I think this would be the perfect place just to build like just a small sort of outpost, a little kind of, probably about this big sort of thing. Yeah, something small. Obviously have like a few barrels in the back where they're going to be holding all that gourd? I'm not even saying anything, you're on your own with this one. What do you expect from me? Words are hard. And then once they've paid their gold and their possible fines, you know, they'll just kind of, oh, do you have a trident? No. They'll just kind of carry on their merry way, just like this. And yeah, I think we better sleep, because, yeah, it's real dark. But again, thankfully we have lit this place up to an inch within its life. Nothing is going to spawn here. Fingers, toes and everything else crossed. But now it's time to sleep. Okay, so it's a brand new day, and yeah, whilst I'm here, I wanted to show you guys what I was thinking for a colour palette. And I'm not going to lie, I'm still not 100% set on anything. I'm not too sure if I really want to use this build to like start properly using the new Blackstone. Yeah, it's it's all still kind of like a thought and process, but at the top there you have the acacia strip and the acacia planks. I thought we'd go with a sort of red roof for just kind of, obviously we're in a savanna biome, and I thought, you know what, a nice wee sort of like red roof would look cool, but I wasn't too sure if I was going to incorporate bricks in there as well, because let's face it, you would kind of rather use red brick in a wall. And yes, I do remember about the red nether brick, but it's unfortunately just a bit too red. Going with the polished granite and the granite blocks, then also some light grey terracotta and some white grey terracotta. That would be my rough kind of 5 colours I would use for the walls around the area, which would help keep everything a bit more uniform, but at the same time add plenty of texture. So obviously the bricks would be the bricks, and as you can see from quite a few other builds out there, the red brick and the granite actually go quite well together. And then as a toss up between the light grey and the white terracotta, I'm actually thinking more of the white, because you could mix that in amongst the brick and make it sort of look like some plaster. Did I break it? Did I get rid of it? Did we just ditch it? I don't know, I'll come back to it. We might think of something. Do you want? I could even do like a sort of house in the middle of being built. We could introduce the scaffold blocks, and the dark grey, sorry, the light grey terracotta could be like plaster that's not quite set. Well, of course, when plaster's kind of wet, you know, it's darker, and then obviously as the oven that they call the sun starts to dry it out, then yeah, it starts to lighten up. So this could work, you know, this could work. This will just be an idea that we can kind of implement if we find the right place for it. The construction site or mini kind of house being built is definitely an idea for that. Black stone walls, I was going to add the normal stone walls, but yeah, I've kind of used most of them, if not all of them. But yeah, I thought we could possibly use this. Again, this would kind of reflect more in the foundation, but yeah, it's all food for thought still. We're kind of just trying to see what we can come up with. But with all that in mind, I thought we would have a wee look at some locations for some buildings, as well as the pathways. So as you come up from the docks here, the first place you're going to want to go after spending months out at sea, travelling in the storms, fighting off other galleons and other ships, and trying to steal your treasure and your winnings in a sense, then yeah, you would want to go somewhere and just relax. So I've brought this path over into a sort of T-junction here, and on the left hand side we're going to come down. Again, it's a little bit broken up. I'm going to come in, add some wooden planks, maybe some bricks, stone bricks again, because this place will be a bit more well established. Maybe actually more stone bricks rather than planks now that I think about it. Maybe some planks in some places. Maybe if there's like a sort of like, I might be able to dig down just maybe like a little 4x4, put a couple of stairs going down the way, turn it into like a little bit of a puddle in a sense. And yeah, we could possibly do something like that. But yeah, the path will bring us on over towards this general area, and up here I'm going to do a huge terraforming project. So from about that kind of straight edge there, before it goes into the 2 down, what I'm thinking of doing is taking all the dirt and properly building this out into a huge sort of slope, which in turn would create a sort of cliff face going along this end, which would gradually decline until it starts to sort of level out before we come round towards the docks. And then this would be a pathway going all the way up here. This land would all be levelled out with the use of the stone slab stairs. Really? Stone slab stairs? What do you want from me? The stone slabs, right? Stone slabs. But yeah, the path would come all the way up here, and then slightly kind of terraforming this part of the kind of mound. We're going to dig it in a little bit more. We're going to put like a huge sort of town hall. Well, I say huge. Again, huge in proportion. But then I'm sort of thinking we would have like a path going up here or even round the edge. Again, built into the side of the mound. And on this side, we would have a bank. Again, this is going to require a huge sort of terraforming project. So we're going to have to bring the land out here, then kind of bring it into a drop, maybe a cliff face. We'll have pathways going up to it. They're just really sort of building their more upper class structures up here. And yeah, well, we're in Tortuga after all, so that bank isn't going to be in one piece. We might have like a, well, you know what, I'm not going to spoil anything. No, more on that later. But yeah, I'm really excited about this project. I really am. I think this is going to give me a great sort of canvas to work on, a good opportunity to sort of just really test my building skills. Again, I'm not that fluid a builder, but yeah, I can certainly give this a wee go. Yeah, I've got a good vision for this here. Just don't expect a double galleon sort of pull off here. I'm not going to get this done in an episode. yeah, this one's going to be an ongoing process, which is good because it means I'm going to be showing you guys most of the progress as we go along here, doing some bits off cam, but yeah, I'll get you guys involved in a fair bit of this. But I almost forgot the best bit. Yeah, that's right, that's not even the best bit. All of this wasn't even the best bit. So as you can see in my left hand, I made a map of this place. If you follow the dock to the left there and you come in behind this mountain, you're actually going to find a desert temple. And we found something amazing. But first, we gotta sleep. Yeah, raiding the desert temple, and we found an enchanted apple. Out of all the years I've played Minecraft, which has been quite a few on and off, I've never found an enchanted apple. And I know exactly what I want to do with it. So if we take paper and combine it with the enchanted apple, we can make the banner pattern thing, which I've never been able to do before. And then with a quick, we are here at Reaper's Retreat, the magic of video editing. And we've came back here for one reason, and that is because I want to see what the thing banner pattern actually looks like. So for that we're going to need to put the thing in, then we need to pick a colour, so I've selected of course the cyan dye, and that actually looks pretty cool. We'll hang this there for the time being, and yeah. And the best part is I actually seen a banner pattern design, I think that's what they're called. Oh, thank you. That was a little bit late. Seriously, why are they so late in getting the achievement notifications? Why? Anyway, I found a banner pattern design that uses the thing logo, and I think we're going to make it. Now, I've seen this design on YouTube by a JohnRVF, but I'd also seen it on Pinterest quite a while back, and yeah, I actually really like the design. So I'm going to do a quick wee run through of what it is we actually do, and I'll put a link in the description below so you guys can go on and watch the original content, or at least the content that I watched. So far we're pretty much just kind of layering the bottom of the block just to kind of get the texture of the beer. And then of course after that we get to use our fancy, where's my bone meal? So yeah, then after that we get to use the thing, which will create this. And then we drop that, and we can put this in here, the line going across, we'll take that. And then we want to put a border around it, which is, where can I find that? Here. Like so. And we'll make that brown. That's a problem. So it appears we have exceeded the amount of layers that we can put on the banner. It kind of works, it kind of doesn't work. I think I'll remake it. Ha! Okay, yeah, definite. All I did was not make the beer so dark. Instead of putting the yellow, orange and brown layers at the bottom, I just went for the yellow and the brown. So it's a little bit lighter at the top, but I mean, night and day. Night and day. So always keep a backup of my banners, that way I can copy them, like so. And as you can see, we've got the copy of all the banners in the background there, bar the pirate one, but I can easily just kind of make one of those. And yeah, perfect juice for one of the most rarest items in the game. Yar, but now all the pirates know where to go for a nice refreshing drink after such a long time at sea. So guys, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you very much for watching. I've still got all of this to go through and edit. Hey Mr. Piggy. But I'm really chuffed at all the things that we managed to cover and all the things we managed to do in this episode. The ancient debris palm tree, the terraforming of the sister island, all the terraforming going around the island as it is. And then of course, we've got Tortuga. Oh, I'm so excited for this. I really am. I'm so excited for this. There's so much potential. This is going to be epic. Oh, I cannot wait. But anyway guys, thank you for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Show some love to Gizmo, who has provided quite a few voices in this episode, and yeah, really talented guy. Go check him out. Link in the description below. Don't forget to leave a little like if you actually enjoyed this video. All the support you guys have shown me so far has been epic, and yeah, thank you very much. But anyway guys, that time again, so take it easy.